fresher coming in the fight?
Yeah, I did, definitely. Training camp, you kill yourself. I mean, this training camp was very hard. Sorry, Steve. Yeah, training camps are very hard. They're grueling, they're tough. You know, they're mentally, physically exhausting. Towards the end of my past training camps, I feel like I was overworking, where my body was literally hurting every time I was stepping in the ring to spar. But this time, we would spar high rounds, 12 rounds, 11 rounds, 10 rounds. But we'll do that one time a week. We'd spar like 8, 12, and then cool it down 5, 4 on a Friday. Or usually more fighters do 12, 12,
Good night,
12.
everybody!
Alexis, do you think like the amount of rounds that you've gone in the past, even when you knew your body was feeling it, do you think it was more mental and you felt like psychologically you needed the rounds and you found out maybe you really don't after a certain point in terms of your experience?
As in sparring, as in training wise, yeah. I mean, I've been doing this my whole life. My body's already used to going 10, 12 rounds and it's a fight. You know, yeah, you train to be the best you possibly can physically, but also mentally, you got to really carry the attitude that I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna spar 12 rounds, and I take it one round at a time. Because you can't go in there sparring, you're in the 5th round and you feel tired, like, oh, I gotta save my energy for the 10th round. You can't do that. You gotta give it every round you got.
So less is more.
Less is more at times.
I think you got the number one lesson from the Rashidi Ellis fight.
The believe in yourself. You know, I know that fight, I feel like I tell everyone, I feel like I was in the shell the whole night. You know, I make no excuses. I lost that night. Rashidi Ellis was a better man that night. But really, I feel like the belief and the confidence you have to carry yourself when you're in that ring. Because I spar with some of the best fighters. I held my own. I do very good. But when those bright lights, like you guys have them on right now, it's a different atmosphere. And I feel once you walk in that ring, it all hits you. So now I feel like I've settled it down. I've acknowledged that I'm in the entertainment business. You know, lights are going to be brown. There's going to be a lot of lights rising down on you. And you just got to go on there and just believe in yourself.
You know, there's a lot of people tonight. Orange County showed up really well.
Yeah, definitely.
So do you think this experience of being the main event, spotlights on you, you had the most amount of fans.
Thank
you.
you.
Think that right there helps you going into
It definitely does. I mean, I've always had a big hometown crowd since the amateurs. It's crazy. Every time I fought local, which was hardly never, but every time I fought local, there's a big crowd for me. And I'm so thankful that I have a big community that supports me. I have good fans that support me. You know, I'm appreciative of all that.
Hey Alexis.
Yeah, man.
Coming into this fight, I feel like a lot of people in the know were giving you a great shot, but in general, a lot of people were seeing him because he's flashy.
Yeah.
Did you feel that he was a bit maybe overrated or overselling himself when you look at him as a fighter?
Yeah, I feel like it is. I respect the guy. He's a good fighter. Obviously, he was giving me trouble in the ring. He's very awkward, but I believe he's not what people were mentioning him to be. I knew he was going to be a strong, athletic fighter, as he's going to be herky-jerky, he's going to be throwing shots, he's going to be fast. But he really built himself by talking to get up here. And it's kind of true, you know, I don't bash on the guy. My respects to him, but I know he's an entertainer. Like he says, he's Ric Flair, or his persona. And I knew he was going to be, you know, a lot of talk.
Given when you were connecting, did you feel it was like a matter of time? Because it never seemed, first off, he can get momentum, but when you heard him, I felt like it was just a matter of time.
Yeah, I feel like I said, I was rushing with it. I was rushing I was rushing the fight by throwing one shot and then smothering my punches. I needed to separate that space instead of throwing them too far. So my coach is ripping me a new one in between rounds. I mean, but I appreciate that because, you know, I don't know where he's at, but he tells it how it is, you know, and I really appreciate that. A lot of young fighters get discouraged by that when people are screaming at them, telling them they're basically fucking up. Yeah, I don't sugarcoat it, you know, he doesn't either. I don't know if you guys heard him, but he was ripping me a new one. But I thank the guy for that because that really makes you dig deep inside. Yeah, you get me.
Alexis, were you surprised of some of the shots he was taking? Because he took some hellacious shots from you.
No, I wasn't surprised because I've seen the guy hit the deck a lot of times and get back up and win the fight by knockout. So I knew he was always going to be dangerous. So I told myself I'm not going to get carried away, keep working the body, and then finish upstairs.
Was the cut in the eye, was that from a punch, a headbutt? It seemed your eye started swelling around the third, fourth round
the
or
first
something.
round. Yeah,
okay.
I think he hit me with a jab, a good jab. I think it was like the first punch he threw, actually. He hit me with the jab. I kind of felt like my eye kind of. Yeah.
You guys traded.
Hey, we traded jabs.
Right after that.
Yeah, it was like we traded jabs. I think he got me pretty good with the eye, with the jab in the eye. And then after that, he headbutted me one time. I think that's what kind of cuts and scratches there. And he was also shouldering me too. I even told the ref 2-3 times, like, hey, shoulder. I mean, hey, ref, look for the shoulder, look for the shoulder. But it's, you know, it's boxing at times. I know he's not doing it intentionally, but yeah.
I saw him in the back. Obviously, he's disappointed. He's really sad. I think he might be a little concussed. That's just my observation.
Well, I heard he was taken to the hospital.
Yeah. You've experienced a loss before. This is his first loss. What would you tell him?
I mean, Blair, pick yourself back up, man. Like, I know you carry that confidence within yourself. You just gotta keep carrying that confidence and go back in the ring. You know, trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and keep working hard. You know, don't take time off. Really. I know it's hard right now because obviously it's a loss.
Yeah, because you've been through it.
I've been through it. You know, I've never been knocked out, but you know, I got beat up. Not beat up, not even. I got outpointed. I let myself down that fight, and that was really. I discouraged myself, but I picked myself back up.
Is it rematch with Rashidi Ellis something you prioritize? Is that something that you want, or is it just on to the next guy?
It's on to the next. You know, if I run it back with Rashidi, we'll run it back. But obviously, he's the first one to ever beat me, to defeat me. So I want to get that revenge back. But if it goes down the line, it's all right. You know, I'm doing my own thing. You know, Rashidi's, his camp, they're doing their own thing too.
Was there any pressure or excitement, you know, going from co-feature to main event, and you know, where do you go from here? What do you want?
What do I want? I mean, I want, you know, bigger, better names. You know, I want to, first off, I need to go back to the drawing board and I need to correct the mistakes I was doing. Because without that, I need to develop. You know, I can't go back and not take anything from this fight. I got to look at the good things and all of the bad things I did. But with that being said, I want to get back in the ring automatically. You know, within 3 months, I want to be active this year.
The kid seems open to fighting you. Is that something you want? I mean, you said
Yeah, we could run it down the line. Yeah, I mean, if he wants to come here, well, I would love to go to UK, you know. I respect Kinson. He's a good guy. I talk to him. But yeah, nothing but love. But if it's business, it's business. End of the day, you know. If he's gonna fight me, I have to fight him. That's just the way it is.
I'm glad you bring up the fact that you're willing and open to go to the UK to chase that fight, or whether he comes here. I know that's something of a, not to call him a stepping stone, but
Nothing.
But if it was to come down the line, right, where you travel to the UK, you beat him, you come in, would a fight with someone like a Conor Benn, something like that, would that excite you? Would that excite you even further?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Conor Ben's a big name, but if it's McKenton, I wouldn't overlook him. You know, he's a good, tremendous, he's an awkward fighter, really. He's very awkward, puts punches together well. He's a good boxer all around, very slick. So, you know, if the fight's presented to us, then we're gonna take from that.
Now, if I can ask you a little bit about the Cobbs fight right now as well. I know you talk about I know you mentioned exactly how you weren't afraid of that persona, you weren't afraid of what he was trying to put out in that way. Did you feel a difference when you really started connecting to him from the second on, when he really started to seem hurt? Did you feel that kind of persona fade away a little bit as he started to kind of retreat?
I mean, he was still talking smack in there, because I knew he was gonna do that. Like I knew he was gonna talk smack. I knew if he landed a good shot, I would smile right back at him, because I know if he hits me with the kitchen sink, it's not gonna hurt me, because that's just the mentality you have to have. And if you do get hurt, I'm not saying I wasn't hurt in the fight. He hit me one time in the back. I kind of I was off balance. He hit me back in the head. I kind of like was off balance a little bit, so I kind of like recomposed myself, but I wasn't hurt. I was not hurt one time in the fight. But yeah, like I knew he was gonna hit me, talk a little smack, but I knew once I started hitting him, or even smile back, or even say something back to him, you know, I knew it was gonna get in his head too.
Yeah, and did you know right away, once you started that retreat and stopped really throwing with any serious kind of intent, did you know that the end was coming?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, once I heard, what round did I jump him in? Eighth?
Yeah,
eighth round? Yeah, I jumped him in the 8th round, and then from there, my coach was like, "Come on, that's all you." He was cussing me out, but like I said, that's the stuff you really need. You know, you can't have yes men in this sport. If you're messing up, if you're doing mistakes, you need to correct you on it. You know, and I'm always gonna say that. I stick with my team to the good and the bad.
Alexis, did you, when you were talking to him back and stuff, do you ever hit him with a woo? After you got like a good combo in or something?
I'm not Ric Flair. I was more The Rock. I did the eyebrows.
He's getting a lot of flack online. What do you make of like the reaction? Like a lot of people.
A lot of what?
Blair. A lot of people are shitting on him online.
Oh, that's not cool. Honestly, I don't think that's cool at all, because as fighters, we sacrifice so much. It's so easy to be a critic. It's so easy to be on your couch and critiquing all these fighters. But once you actually go in the gym, you put in the hard work. Like, I haven't seen my friends, my family, my girlfriend in weeks. I literally go to the gym, come back, work out again. You know, it's exhausting. You miss your people. And then you have to go out and put your health on the line, you know? You got to put your health on the line, and you got to really be in front of the whole audience. You know, people, yeah, strangers critiquing you and talking this and this and that. It's not cool at all, and I don't like that at all. You know, and that's just the way it is. You know, I know there's gonna be critiques and there's gonna be a lot of people there saying all this stuff, but that's not cool. Because at the end of the day, we're fighters. You know, we put our health on the lines. We do this for your guys' entertainment.
Alexis, are you getting stitches on that eye?
No stitches. I put glue on it.
What about other?
Super glue on it, and it's good.
What about other fighters attacking him? What do you make of that?
Other fighters, I mean, it depends. It depends if this person is really talking bad on you or really saying like personal stuff, then yeah, like I would say like, hey, that's like, you're gonna talk all that smack and do that. Like don't be talking smack if you're gonna be doing stuff like that. But definitely I wouldn't like laugh at him or anything.
Given the